Hello and welcome back to the Broken Doll, and tonight I come to you for Peggy Trout. This is for you, Peggy. I'm here and we're going to deal with your problem. What was Peggy's question to me? Apparently she must have dug out some eyes and the iris went in too far. So she wants to know what to do so the iris won't go in too far. All right. I've never had that problem, but I think I've come up with a bit of I had to really think about it. It was one of the ones that stumped me because, like I said, I've never had the problem. So here's a pair of flirty eyes right here that I've dug out some time ago. And you can see how deep they are. And if that iris was to go in really deep down into there, what I'm looking at here, I'm just coming up with something, I'm winging it, and this is what I would have to do. I would get some cardboard and punch out some holes with my hole puncher. I'm thinking this might be a solution. Now, what you might want to do is take these and glue them on top of one another to the depth of what you might, and you might want to glue them to the back of the eye, because dropping them down in here might get lost. So I would take the iris and glue these to the back of the iris itself, and then I would do it like try about, I don't know how many you would want to put together. So let's say you needed, a good stack of them. So get your little glue gun out or whatever and glue some of these together like this, and then take your iris and glue them to your iris. Then insert your iris, and if it still goes down too deep, take it out again. Okay, take your iris out, glue some more on there, as many as you can until you get it to where it hits the back of the eye, and then it won't fall in, type of thing. Again, another reason it could be, it might not be the right size iris. If it's falling in, I'm wondering if it's too small of an iris. It's not fitting the hole properly. You might need a bigger size. Okay, that could be it also. So I'm wondering if I was wondering first, did you size it properly? Because if it falls in, I've never had an iris do that. That's why you stumped me a little bit. But I thought, well, just in case, this was another idea what you could do. You could stack little cardboard pieces on the back. You don't have to make them to the size of the iris, just something to hold to the back of the eye, so that it can rest against whatever's back behind the eye. So here's the back of the socket here, and then you have this your iris here, and it hits this here, so it doesn't go all the way in. But I'm wondering if your iris is the right size. That is my solution I can come up with. I'm sorry I don't have anything better. I have been thinking on this one. Like I said, I've never had it. I'm just wondering if your iris is too small, a little bit on the small side. If that's the case, you might want to go another size up. That could be it. And that's what I'm wondering. If it fell into the eye, that's what I'm taking that you're saying here, that it fell, back. You said it fell back into the eye. Well, then it's too small. That's the only thing I can come up with. And the best I can come up with. I'm sorry, I wish I could have something more for you. Try a bigger size. If not, you feel that's the right size. And it's just, sometimes we get quirky eyes. And I've had irises that should fit, and they just don't want to. I've had to sand them to make them smaller. I can't buy I tried the smaller size because I've got every size going. And it doesn't fit right. It falls in. So if it falls in, I bang it out and I go, that is not the size. I have the right size. It's just there's something quirky about the dimension, the eye itself. Just something's not working properly here for me, and I can't even get the words out to say what's the problem. What is the problem? Why is it doing this? And these should fit, but they're just not. And so what I do is I just kind of give them a little bit of a sanding with a sandpaper and sand some of it. And it does work. It does come off. It does make them a little titch smaller. I just keep turning it around and around and around until I get the dimension I want. Make sure also that you're cleaning everything around inside the eye. Now this one here, the back fell out. The back to this one is in the eye here. It's right. I can see it, but it's not attached. So there's a chance if I was to put an iris in there too small, it could fall right through, especially on this one here. There is this part of the back of the eye, like this part here is all that's left, but you can see here there's a white thing inside of there. If I don't know if you can see it or not. And it is not attached. It should be attached by rights. This one has been lost. And it could have just disintegrated when I was cleaning out the eye. I think that's what happened. It just broke apart. You know, so these eyes are really troublesome. If it comes down that you can't get an iris to fit inside your doll's eyes, I've had to come down to this. Buying another set of eyes, like this type of mechanism, like your eyes itself, like this here, to hold the sockets. I've had to buy new sockets, well, new old antique sockets, and insert them into the head instead that didn't belong to the doll. I've had to do that because they're just so damaged by rust and everything. Another thing you can do is glue the irises, like eyes, right into the head itself. They'll never close, but they're eyes, you know. So if it's your doll, you're happy with that. I've done that with, I got a doll here that has no blinking eyes, and I might take her apart now that I know more, and I might try to fit her with some eyes. I'm not sure yet. I want to go back over her again. I got some dolls that I want to redo, and but that's the best I can come up with, Peggy. I wish I had a better answer for you there, but this is as good as it's going to get. I'm wondering if your eyes were size too small. If that's the case, you might have to go up a size. It could be that you just have what I call quirky eyes and the sockets, and they're just, I've had people say to me, I can't get them to fit. And now your problem is they're slipping in. So it's one of two problems. You need to go up a size, or you need to put something back behind them, some little circles here from the cardboard, and you just need to, you know, give some backing to the iris, back behind the iris, so that it rests against something inside. That's the best I can come up with. I wish I had more for this. Best I can come up with. Or you're going to have to buy on eBay. You'll see these on eBay all the time. I see them continuously. I have bought some back when shipping was a lot better and my Canadian dollar was a little bit higher. And I didn't mind buying them back then. I would buy, a lady had a great big bag of eyes. I got them up in the attic. I want to find them really bad. And they're just eyes that go back and forth, flirty eyes, regular eyes, and I don't know where they are. And just, you can buy them for sometimes really cheap. Sometimes people just want to get rid of them. They don't know what to do with them. And if that's the case, maybe get another set. Ask them what the size is, and measure yours, and ask them what the size is across the here. Take a chance. That's all I can offer you. If you want to, I can send you my email so that you can email me a picture if you would like to. There's another way around that, so think about that if you would like to do that. So anyways, I hope I answered somewhat of your question there. And I want to do an update right now on the head of the doll, just to show you what it looks like. It's really nice and dry. But I've got some other things I want to do right now. And it just looks wonderful. The back of the head here. Now we're going to just look at the back of the head where I did all this. It's all nice and dry, nice dry. You know what, for some reason still though, I still want to let it dry more. You can see it cracked a little bit here, but when you're sanding this type of stuff, you won't see that crack. You will just sand that crack right off. It's just a crack in this here. If we let it dry a little bit more, it'll feel even better yet. So I just like to let it go to Sunday, and just let it sit and just let it cure, and we'll come back to it and we'll sand it and maybe have to put another coat on. It all depends. Every doll is different when it comes to spackling. There's no, what I say for this doll, the next doll might have to take 5 or 6 layers because it's just so, maybe it's more damaged. A doll that's not so damaged might have to take only one coat, 2 coats, Your doll will tell you what it needs, and I don't want to make that blurry. Oh, that's too close. Let's just go back like this. Okay, there we go. So, there we go. And, yeah, it's just, it's up to each doll to speak to you what its needs are. And it'll cry out what it wants to say to you, and don't be afraid to listen to your doll. Now, I was looking at this, when I start doing the front of the face here, I will be coming back around the back of the neck here and just doing some plastering in here. I don't want to cover up these lines and have to dig them out, so I'm going to be very careful just to go around this part here of the neck. Yep, and you know, just kind of just do some light sanding, and might put a little bit across here just to kind of fill up some of these little nicks, nicks or whatever, just missing compo and whatnot. But she's a lovely doll. She's going to look just beautiful when she's done. These are a lot of work. When you're working on restoring your own doll, you'll find out just how much work and time it takes. A doll should not be done within just days. You know, especially something so damaged like this, I'm saying. I've had even worse. I have a Horseman doll that, I think, is it Horseman? Yeah, I think it's a Horseman doll that I worked on. And I have an old video of it. I might just put it up. Her results in the end were not what I wanted. I want to redo her. I feel today I had to paint her eyes. I was really scared about painting her eyes. They turned out wonky. I don't like them. And I also did her in acrylic. So I want to take all her paint off, repaint her, and put her into oil. And I now understand how to paint eyes. I was just very new with it. So I think I can do better by her eyes today. And I have a better understanding of what needs to be done. So anyways, looking at this here, I hope you like what you're seeing. Just a small update. But thank you, Peggy, for your questions. Keep them coming. If you're just dropping by and you found my channel, subscribe. You never know what I'm going to get my hands mucked into. I'm always looking at restoring another doll. My next culprits that are coming up to be restored is going to be my baby Bubbles, I think. No, Dimples. Baby Dimples is going to be... I got two big giant baby Dimples that need to be restored. I think I got a third one too somewhere. If I can find the third one, we're going to do three at a time here. But we're going to get them all out, and we're just going to restore those three too. Three as well. Those three too. Those three as well. So anyways, have a great night, everybody. And remember to like the video. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you see here. And leave a comment down below. And like I say, if you're passing through, subscribe. You never know. Never know. Anyways, I got to go order some Panzerottis. And so I got to go put my order in. And my son and I are going to have those for our supper tonight because I have not had supper yet. So this is our Friday night treat night. So anyways, thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.